Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Mantra Monday. So, I'm sure you can hear the sexy husk of my voice. That is me having such a great time this weekend at my Afrobeats party all the way in Singapore. But I promised to come on live last week for Mantra Monday, so here I am. So it just so happened that I was right there on the deck with the DJ, just cheering on the crowd, singing our favorite jams and having such a good time. And I got home about 8 o'clock. And just get this, right? My teenagers are saying to me, "Mom, what time do you call this? Why are you getting home so early in the morning? Like, what have you been doing?" I was like, "I was out. I had a great time. And then we went for some food after." It was like just free flow. And it's one of my absolute favorite things to do once in a while is just go and raise my vibrations by dancing, singing, and being with people that I love. So you're going to have to excuse this voice. I will try and speak slowly so you can hear me. And hopefully by next week, we'll be back on track. So today, I want to talk about alignment and how you know when you are in alignment. I get this question a lot from my clients, from friends. Like, how do I know that I'm living in my true values and in my true purpose? And it's a question that gets asked because a lot of times you might feel unfulfilled in your life, or you might wake up and not feel motivated by the activities that you are in at the moment. So we're going to do a little practice. Mantra Monday is all about reflection, it's about healing, and it's about bringing self-compassion to yourself. And I always bring in little strategies that you can use throughout your week so that in those moments where you're feeling misaligned or unfulfilled or feeling like your energy is low, you can remember this practice, and we'll pick a card from my many deck of cards that I choose from, and we'll have a mantra for the week. Before we carry on, let's just do the practice of mindfulness, of being in the present moment and connecting with your body. Hi, whoever's come on. You hear the husk in my voice. I'm doing this live on Facebook. So today we're going to go with our essential oil. So if you have an essential oil, it's a great way to start your day, elevate your mood naturally. And of course, it goes right into your system. And depending on what type of essential oil it is, it gives you the vibration that you need for that moment. I am going with Believe. So we're going to take a deep breath together. We did this last week. We'll breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out for 4. Wherever you are now, just pause. Stop everything you're doing. No one has to know. Sit in your chair, feel your sitting bones, and just take one deep breath with me. It will help you calm your nervous system and bring you in the moment. Okay, so we're going to breathe in for 4. Hold it at the top for 4. And then just sigh it out for 4. And you can keep doing that throughout your day. Anytime you just need a little pause, make sure you're breathing into your belly like you're blowing a balloon. And then just breathe into your lungs, hold it for 4, and sigh it out. That one deep breath makes a massive difference. So going back to alignment and that question of how do I know? So as you're in this state of just deep breathing, I'd like you to think about a time that really made you joyful. You can keep your eyes open for this. You can close your eyes and put your hand on your heart so you can concentrate better. So go into that moment that made you feel so alive. Think about what you can see. What colors can you see? What are the sounds in the room? Who's there with you? What are you wearing? What type of movements are you making? It could be anything, whether it's going to watch the sunrise or the sunset, or like me, standing right next to the DJ, raising the vibe in the room, screaming like my lungs out until I can actually not speak. or it could be playing a sport, or it could be a cuddle. Whatever it is that brings you joy, just take a moment to really be in there and bring in your senses, what you can smell, what you can see, what you can feel, and how you're moving in that moment. And now I'd like you to put a scale to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does this thing give you joy? Just scale it. Hopefully it's a high number. We want to pick something that is a real feel-good thing for you. Now for me, standing there and just dancing, having a good time, that's like above the scale. That's above a 10. Now I'd like you to think about a situation where you didn't feel very comfortable. So we're holding space for that joyful moment, that thing that where you feel so aligned and your body just feels good. Hopefully it's above an 8 in the scale, 8 being really joyful. And then I'd like you to now think about a situation recently that maybe someone asked you to do something, or maybe you got involved with something with work. Maybe you've been asked to do a new project, or maybe you're thinking about a new business venture and you're not sure about it. Just think about it for a moment. For me, someone asked me if I wanted to use something this week, and it was a really thoughtful gesture because it's actually something that will make my life more convenient. But for some reason, for me, when I feel misaligned, I actually feel it in my solar plexus, which is right above my stomach, right? And you will have different places in your body. It's important to note that. So for me, my solar plexus, when I'm not feeling comfortable about something, it starts to gurgle and I start to feel uncomfortable. So I want you to think about that situation that made you feel uncomfortable, and I want you to scale it. And so for me, in terms of how uncomfortable I felt, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that I was super uncomfortable, and that probably up to an 8. Now compare the two. Compare that moment that we had previously where you were really joyful and aligned and felt just excited in your body to this situation. When you compare, if you feel like there's a huge disparity between the part where you feel aligned and joyful and this part where you feel uncomfortable, that could be a sign for you that there's a misalignment. Because if it doesn't excite you, if it doesn't create this sense of comfort, you know, like a good soup in the winter, that type of feel-good factor, or a nice blanket, you know, when you're feeling really cold. If you don't have that sensation, then it could be a sign for you that there's misalignment. And it's a simple practice. Try it throughout the week. Pick something that makes you feel really joyful, something that you really just lose your mind into, you don't have to think about, and scale it. Then think about the situation that you're about to plunge into, or maybe you've been asked to do something. And if there's a huge imbalance between the two, that's a cue for you that there's misalignment. And this simple practice, if you do it continuously through your week and in different situations, you start to be mindful and start to be present with yourself. When you're present, then you can think about the values that align with you. Then you can live in purpose and alignment. So we're going to pick the deck. And today I'm going with Life Loves You by Louise Hay. Thank you for staying with me so far. I'm pushing through, even though I went to bed really late, first thing in the morning, and I had probably 3 hours sleep on a Sunday because I had other things to do the rest of the day. Because I had so much fun, I'm just so pumped today. When you are in alignment and you're doing things that are fun for you, you just have so much energy. So it's important to pick what is unique to you that helps you have fun and just do it. Just pick that thing this week and just do it. Okay, so today the card that we've chosen is I am loved and I am supported by life. And it says at the back, notice all the ways you are being supported. Complete this sentence 10 times. Life is supporting me by. What a beautiful mantra to have for the week. Something about tuning into gratitude. It raises your vibrations. Research has been done about this. People who are struggling with mental health, people who practice gratitude by saying as little as 3 things a day that you're grateful for, raised their vibrations compared to the others that didn't. So 10 times. How is life supporting you? I'm so grateful because life is supporting me with my health. It's supporting me with surrounding me with people who genuinely care about me and check up on me. We could go on and on. Take the time today, and as you go through your week, when you have these moments where you really feel like, I want to give up, this is for someone out there today. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on who you are. There's a calling in your life. You are a gift to us in this world, and when you show up, you bless us with that gift. Whatever it is that feels like, I can't afford to pay my bills, or I can't afford to even get up because I don't feel well, or because I'm going through this intense illness, or maybe it's a relationship breakup that you're going through, or maybe it is a child that you're struggling with. I want you to pause and say to yourself that I will not give up, because I am still being supported one way or the other. We're not dismissing your experience, because if you dismiss it, then you repress it. And then if you don't validate those emotions that are happening, it builds into something else. So we're not dismissing, we're acknowledging. At the same time, we're really digging deep to find out the things that are supporting us in life, because when you remember those things, it will keep you going. So I hope that's encouraged somebody today. And I really hope that you can do the mantra and say, I am loved and I am supported by life. Find 10 things that help you feel supported. And when you're feeling misaligned, do that practice. Find what makes you feel joyful. Find the things you're uncomfortable with. Scale it from 1 to 10 and decide that in that moment, you're going to acknowledge that you're not aligned, and really allow yourself to say no to that thing if it's misaligned, so that you can say yes to a fulfilled, joyful, passionful life. Have a good day, and I'll see you next week for Mantra Monday.